Bum-ba-da-dum! Howdy, welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. I'm your host, Banjo Ben, and today I'm here to teach you a great version on mandolin in the key of G for Keep on the Sunny Side. This was an old tune that was made famous by the Carter family and then rekindled on the soundtrack of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Now, if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, here in a little while, I'll ask you to come over to the website, BanjoBenClark.com, where you can see this full lesson. It's about a 30-minute lesson, and what all that includes is how to play each and every note. I've got another video segment where I play the whole song through, start to finish, very slowly with the tab on the screen there, so you can practice along, play along with me. Then I've got about a 6 or 8 minute video where I talk about some backup techniques whenever I'm playing this, some different substitute chords, things to make. Also, you can download the tabs. I've got the 2-page tab in PDF or in TEF file format as well. This is a cool thing. 3 different speeds of downloadable rhythm track MP3s that I play with my guitar and bass. So you can download those and practice them on the go. They're just great jam tracks. All right, let's jump into the first measure of Keep on the Sunny Side. Let's learn some Keep on the Sunny Side on mandolin in the key of G. I love this version because it's not too hard to play, but it's got some great tricks in it. I love those double stops that we're going to learn how to play. Pay attention as we throw up the tab here to each one of the notes has their pick stroke directions beneath it. So if the arrow's pointing down, as in the first measure there, that means it's a down stroke. If it's up, that means an upstroke. And we're going to start off there in measure 1, walking up into the verse. We're going to start on the open D string, quarter note, and then to the 2nd fret, and then to the 4th fret. And then there's a lot of quarter notes in this song, which makes it easier to play. Measure 2, we start off with 2 quarter notes. 5th fret, open. And then we've got a slide here. It's an 8th note slide. Okay, that means that it happens at the same speed as the rest of our 8th notes. We're going to slide from 1st to 2nd fret on the A string. We're going to pick it on the 1st fret and then slide it to the 2nd fret. And then I go ahead and leave it down because we're going to have to play it again here in just a couple notes. But we jump down, play the D string, and then back to that A string. So measure 2 slowly sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then measure 3, we've got 2 8th notes on the open A string, and then come right back down the scale. In measure 4, we're going to land on that open D string, and we're going to do our first double stops here. And the trick to these is we want to get good clean contact through 2 strings at once. Okay, so we're going to play through our G string and our D string, and we're going to have to do that on downstrokes and downstrokes and upstrokes. If you have trouble doing that, it may be because your pick is angled maybe too far down like that, or maybe even too far up like that. So we want to try to keep the pick almost perpendicular to the string plane. And we want to loosen up our finger grip a little bit so they'll go through both of those strings. We're going to play the first one we're going to start with our 2nd fret on the low G string, the only G string, and then we're going to hammer to the 4th fret. And then once we're there, we're going to play 4 8th notes in a row. But on the very last one, measure 4, we're also going to add our 2nd fret of the D string for that upstroke. So measure 4 slowly sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. When you're going quicker, it's okay if you miss a couple of those notes. That's what it'll sound like. And just get kind of loose with it. If you try to play too hard or squeeze that pick too hard, your pick won't want to go through both sets of those strings. Measure 5, we're going to land with a quarter note there with those 2 strings, and then start walking up. And then measure 6, we're going to start off with the slide, 8th note slide, and then leave it down, because then we're going to do 2, open, 5, open, 2. Measure 6 slowly. Measure 7, we're going to do a lick that we're going to see a lot of throughout this song, but we're going to start off on 4th fret on the A string with our ring finger, 2nd fret on the E string with our middle, and we're going to play it once through both strings and then slide it up 1 fret. 1 and then play it again, then 4 8th notes. So measure 7. Then measure 8, we're going to land on the eighth, on our A string. Then we're going to do an eighth note slide from 5 to 7 beneath it. We're just sliding up to match that note. Then walk down the scale. Measure 9. We're just going to start walking back up the scale. Then measure 10. We're going to play another double stop, the third fret on the A string, and our open E string, and that's a dotted quarter note. So it lasts for a beat and a half. So it's important to count here. But 1 and 2 and then we're going to come in on the and of 2 with an upstroke on that third fret again, and then play 2, 3, open. So measure 10 slowly. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.